Well, welcome again, everyone, to a brand new commentary that being performed by myself, Nick Michalak, Steve Frazier.
Hello, hello.
And Trent Zuberi.
Hi, everybody.
And we're giving you today Back to the Future. So, guys, you can sync up this audio-only commentary with your own copy of Back to the Future by hitting the timestamp to 0 and in a 3, 2, 1 countdown. 3, 2, 1, play.
Play! Here we go. We got the band back together here, the three-man booth.
Yeah.
Yes. If you haven't listened to the Die Hard commentary, why haven't you?
Plug that now before the
Please
movie
do
starts.
so.
Yes,
Sure.
please.
This is the quarterly treat that we're bringing you with,
Yes.
with all three of us.
Yes. Which is perfect because it works out for the trilogy, and then we'll get back to Die Hard 2 at the end of the year.
There you
Steven Spielberg presenting the King Jew of Hollywood.
go.
Somebody I know said never trust a Jew, and I don't think that should be accurate. I think they're very trustworthy.
Who the hell told you that?
Inside jokes you will never understand.
No.
The clocks.
I do love all these clocks. You know what's funny? I have a shit ton of clocks.
Do
in
you
my
really?
house.
You have a lot of clocks?
But here's the irony.
Do you have that one?
I don't. I'm always late to everything. That's the irony of the whole thing.
Are you one of those people that has to set it like early so that
No,
you're not?
I leave it on
That
time.
drives me nuts.
I leave it on time, but I have enough things telling me what time it is, and I'm fucking late constantly.
Everybody had this black and white cat clock,
yeah.
right? That's like
It's like
standard issue.
It's like
Yeah.
Central Props.
Right.
It's in the property warehouse.
The brown man's destroyed. These are the little things you pick up on
Yeah.
like your 50th watch. which
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I paid attention to later.
Yeah.
You know, his mansion was destroyed, and
Yeah.
those two pictures there that show up later
Yeah.
on in the past. That's funny to say, huh? Later on in the past.
Later on in the past.
Little
Burger King,
little
yeah.
Burger King.
Oh, I didn't
That
see
old
I
Whopper
never
box.
caught that.
See, this now you're in my realm of
Yes.
production
There you
design.
Yes. this is all
Like,
props.
why does he have a Denver Broncos clock?
Yeah, exactly. Why is there a Denver Broncos
Jeez.
one?
The
There-
power of love. Huey Lewis,
Who's on the team?
a man with a
the
famously large dong.
and like this, she's noting the plutonium theft that we hear about in a few minutes too. Like,
Yeah.
again,
It's all groundwork. It's
Stuff-
all telling you everything.
stuff that I never picked up on as a kid.
The film is giving you subliminal information that
Yeah.
will click into your head later on.
It's pretty much perfectly written.
Yeah.
It is. This is one of those perfect movies.
Yeah.
I will say. You have to find something wrong with this movie. It's fantastic.
What kind of dog food do we have?
Cal-Can.
Cal-Can.
Is that a real brand?
I don't know. I was just going to ask you that.
Was that a real brand?
This is the only place I
It's-
know it from.
Cal-Can. It's got that long-haired dog on the can.
Yeah.
Oh, Dean Cundy, our old friend Dean
Yes.
Cundy from John
Halloween.
Carpenter.
And that's sloppy.
Look at that.
Einstein's not been eating.
Well, yeah. He has, as we'll find out.
Yeah,
where
as we
where
find
he has,
out, when he's not
has
there.
been.
This has all been one shot, correct?
Oh,
Yes.
Like just
Oh,
one
yeah.
tracking
Definitely
shot so far?
one shot.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Perfect shot. Too.
And there's Frank Marshall, Kathleen
Yeah.
Kennedy,
that
Yeah.
trio.
the famous trio. Kathleen Kennedy now in charge of
Lucasfilm.
Lucasfilms.
That's right. She
Um,
is. Yeah.
Yep, she's interesting side note to anyone that follows my personal life. She's actually the sister of one of the members of Styx.
Is she really?
She is.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Ricky Phillips, the bass player, who was in the Babies in the 70s,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and Bad English. They're half brother and sister.
Really?
Yeah,
Fascinating.
Oh, I had no idea.
Why is there no sticks in this
I believe
movie
she's
then?
also because
Why
Huey,
is there no sticks? or babies or bad English?
or Huey Lewis is, though, really makes up for it. I mean, can we all agree that "Power of Love" is one of the greatest soundtrack songs of all
Amazing.
time?
Indeed.
100%.
Indeed.
You'll never hear an argument.
I mean,
on that
it
one.
might be the greatest non-Kenny Loggins soundtrack song of all time.
Kenny was busy that week.
No shit.
They just couldn't get Kenny. He was on tour with Loggins.
Like-
He's too busy.
It's like they kicked Huey off of Ghostbusters and they called him up for Back to the Future.
I never realized how small that guitar is. Look at the size of that
Yeah.
guitar.
And considering how small Michael J is,
That's
it's
true.
really
It's
fucking small.
It's proportional to the size of Michael J. Fox.
And
that is the kind of reminiscent of the Maxell being
Yeah.
blown
Oh, yeah.
back logo
Yeah.
from the 80s.
Is it
yeah,
real
that's
or-
definitely what it is.
Yeah.
which a lot of people might not get that.
No, they don't.
But I imagine if you're watching a Back to the Future commentary, you're getting that reference.
Right. If you're not,
Love those
Google
mirrored,
it.
Love those mirrored glasses.
Your tweeter's broken.
Yeah.
Fire alarm. Interesting.
How did Doc know Marty was going to be there?
I think because he obviously comes over a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Before school. You know what's the one not perfect thing? One not perfect thing about this movie is going to happen in a second, and I'll point that out.
Please do.
I just realized that it's coming up.
Is that a helium tank? What's going on?
He's got his
Kind of brand.
I'm looking in the background now, man.
That's my whole shtick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever listened to one of my commentaries? All I do is talk about fucking wallpaper and people being tucked in with no belt. There's another Burger King
There's
cup.
a Burger King.
Another
cup.
burger.
So like this. Okay, this his experiment here. He's going to point out. All right. What was the point of the experiment? About them being 15 minutes too slow.
25
minutes slow, whatever, yeah. What's the point of that? Well, what is the point of that experiment? 25 minutes for what? That serves no purpose whatsoever. It could have very well just been 8 o'clock. What's the problem? All you did was sync up a bunch of clocks. Why why 25 minutes?
I think it's because he tested the time theory, the time travel, no?
But doesn't the 25 never comes up anywhere? Don't they? Einstein later on is a minute. He only does like the minute test later on.
Slightly.
Here's the Burger King. That makes sense now.
There it is.
And the Toys R Us. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us.
R.I.P.
Old logo too. Classic.
But Doc, see, when he gets to the mall, Doc says he's going 25 years in the future.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's a tie-in.
Maybe. Okay.
Which changes after Marty goes to the past, 30 years in the past, then Doc changes it to going 30 years in the future.
That's right.
God, this is a great fucking song.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Never gets old.
I recently picked up the video game.
Mountain Dew ball cap.
Yeah, awesome. I recently got the video game. I've been playing that. It plays into a lot of the.
Is it a current or is it like an old?
No, for PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
3 actually. So it plays in a lot of like, it's it's a little bit of prequel, a little bit of movie following storyline, and then you got little side stories in there too. But it follows. It's pretty much scaled the way they've set it up, which is nice.
Awesome.
I never noticed all the graffiti outside the school before.
Yeah, school went to hell, man.
It'll go to hell in the next film.
Even with Strickland's,
Oh.
even with Strickland's staunch discipline, it went to hell.
Yeah.
God, I love that bow tie.
Yeah.
Bow ties are underused, in my opinion.
How many films was he in the 80s, man? It's like this and Top Gun and Masters of the Universe.
Strickland had a run. He's still
James
alive?
Tolkien, yeah, I think he is.
Still alive?
I think he pops up in TV shows every so often.
He is like a badass guy.
Oh, yeah.
Very distinct look.
Yeah. He is a slacker too. I do love in parts where he's like, "Does that guy ever age?"
I think he shows up in like a Charles Bronson film too, so it's like he was all over the place this decade.
What a nose on that guy,
Yeah.
huh?
Look at the leathery neck there too.
Oh, he does have a leather neck.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that leather
Bad.
neck.
That's a turkey neck.
Yeah. Huey.
Huey.
Oh,
Another thing I
Huey.
didn't pick up on until I was an adult. That's Huey Lewis.
And is that the news? No, that's not the news. That's not the news.
That's not the news.
Not the news.
He made
God,
this-
there's some good hair here.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Look at that blonde. And that blonde.
Yeah, the guy on the left I think was
It's gotta be something.
Fox's guitar teacher or whatnot.
Oh, and they're playing Power of Love.
Yeah.
God, that's
That-
good.
the hard rock
That's
version
art,
of
yeah.
it.
He's over soloing and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful.
Oh, the over soloing. I'd even give him the pass. Like, forget it, you're out. Playing an Ibanez. Next place. That's it. May Goldie Wilson.
Ah. So this is the famous, like, Universal lot,
Yeah, the
right?
back
yeah.
The back lot that
I
everybody...
walked
Yeah.
on here. My sister works in Hollywood, so she took me over to Universal, and we walked on this lot when it was undressed.
Yeah.
So I got to see it undressed, which is interesting.
Because I think a few years ago, I think they had like their film vault right near here, and a big fire broke out and they lost a whole bunch of film stock.
Oh, really?
Like old film vault
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
There's an adult store. Hello.
Yeah, like it's all. I never paid
Yeah.
attention how like the town's essentially gone to hell back
Yeah.
there. Right, like out of business. What,
Yeah.
did I see a strip club earlier? Bail bonds.
There was something called Goodwill, but I don't know if it's the Goodwill or if it's
Or just general.
general
Look at those
Goodwill.
gas prices.
Oh.
$1.31 for premium. Which I don't know. 30 years ago, I mean, it's only gone up like $3 if at most. I mean, it's not terrible, really. Is
No, we're sitting right now at what, about $2.50?
it? For regular, yeah.
Yeah, and
I just filled up on the way over here, and I did
Yeah.
premium for mine. It was nearly $4.
oh well,
but I mean,
yeah, but you come from that shy city, right?
yeah.
So it's more expensive
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But in 30 years, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've seen other things raise up.
Oh yeah. I mean, like
A whole
you go
lot.
back to
A
like
lot more than
2005. It was like almost like $4 a
I
gallon.
think gas just bothers people more because it's a constant. That's why.
Oh,
Save the content.
save it. That's a handsome woman.
But again, I mean, this film does such a good thing. It's like we said, it's like it's informing you every step of the way. Everything here is laying a groundwork for
Oh,
what's
yeah.
coming up in the thing. You've had the clocks. You've got this thing with the clock tower. You got the thing about McFly's ever about everything in the history of Hill Valley. It's like all this stuff is informing you
Yeah,
of where the story's going to go.
yeah, which is brilliant.
There's no
really.
wasted
The
motion.
re-elect Mayor Goldie Wilson. This flyer here.
Yeah.
Everything, all this little stuff. As long as you're paying attention,
Yeah.
you'll have fun with the movie.
And even the whole geography of things, to see how everything changes around from the gymnastics studio and everything, and the adult theater.
It's one of those things now that even at our age, we can look back and say like stuff we saw growing up and how
Yeah.
it's changed, like how towns have changed. You know, I drive by stuff and I'm like, oh, I remember when that used to be a
Oh, yeah,
restaurant.
yeah.
You know,
Right. Aw. Yeah, it is a triple X movie.
Yeah.
Up on the,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the-
Orgy American style.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Orgy.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
at $5. All seats.
That's even more.
That's amazing.
Open
There's
24
the
hours.
Miller Lite truck.
Yeah.
I like the green on the police. I like
Yeah.
that.
So interesting, that social services office and the video game is where they actually had that in there. And now that I see it, it's actually, they scaled it really well because I played that game and they had the social services office across the street from the clock tower, and that now I see it there.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They really scaled it perfectly. And then I didn't notice it was actually in there until just now. The car, Dad.
Who just leaves the front door open?
Yeah,
Oh.
Biff.
Take them pants.
He's not even dressed for the 80s there. He's dressed for the 70s there.
Yeah.
And that's the
Well,
point,
you
though,
know
right?
what? I could totally see that character
Yeah.
like not wanting to
Not changing, right?
advance.
He's
right.
gonna say
Yeah.
in the 70s when he was younger.
Right.
When he was like slick guy at the club or whatnot, at the bar, picking up chicks.
I spilled beer all when I was driving your car.
There's a candy dish there with some grandma candies in it. Here's another one that you're gonna, I mean,
Yeah.
a much more obvious
Yeah.
Yeah.
bring back later on, but
Yeah.
well, there's a line
Yeah.
that's even, another a much more subtle one.
Yeah.
There's the old school. Oh, he's gonna have some grandma
yeah.
candy. Oh, jelly beans? Is that what they are?
Yep.
So I like the 70s
Decor.
like decor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is like being, we're in our mid late 30s here.
Maxwell House.
We went to friends' houses and we knew people who had that
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of decor in
Yeah.
their house growing up
100%.
in the 80s. You know?
Yeah. I mean, did you see there was some Rice Krispies up on the?
Yeah.
Or were they Cocoa Krispies? They might have been Cocoa Krispies.
I thought it was Rice Krispies.
My mom still has macrame plant hangers with,
Does she?
with
Okay.
plants
Nice.
hanging in them in the window. So I don't know if that was an 80s thing, but
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
that's
man.
right. I mean, it works. It absolutely works. Look at the pocket
The
protector.
pocket protector. I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
thinking,
And the makeup on these guys, it looks really good in
Great
HD and
job.
everything here.
Look at this boat behind.
I knew families with that boat thing.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my uncle had a boat thing like that.
No shit.
No,
I mean,
bullshit. My uncle lived in Milwaukee. He had a boat thing like that.
Nick and I have talked previously about the Afghans,
Oh yeah.
the knitted Afghans made out of the little squares.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That everybody had. Look
Everybody
at this
had-
Diet Pepsi can. All the honeymooners.
See, this is another subtle one too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The episode they're watching.
Yeah.
She doesn't. Her makeup's not that great.
Not as great now.
Yeah. Welcome, Uncle Joe.
I made that joke. Better get used to them bars kid. The last I was at my friend's house the other day.
Yeah.
And they got a kid, and it went over pretty well.
God damn it.
In a way, this kind of reminds me of like having pizza on a Friday night as a kid, because
Yeah.
my parents would have a beer and we'd be having sodas and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Nice little family night out.
yeah.
You're a dead fuck.
Dead.
Please check out our Friday the 13th Part 4 commentary that's
Yes.
in the archives here.
And dancing in this film was nothing compared to that one.
No.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, didn't you, Lorraine? Oh,
We're gonna call bullshit on that. Thank you
Lorraine's-
very much.
Lorraine's so full of garbage.
Yeah.
Fucking Lorraine.
Was the sister ever in anything? That voice sounds so familiar. Was she ever in anything else?
I don't know if she was in anything else. I think she passed away, didn't she?
She did?
She did.
I didn't know
I think
that.
she
I didn't know
passed
that.
away. I think it was breast cancer.
Oh,
Don't-
that's
don't
a
quote
shame.
me on that
Well,
until
no, you're okay.
until I double check.
Here, peek behind the curtain. We're gonna Google it. Hang on. We don't. Oh, look at that vodka.
Let's be
Yeah, you better
thoroughly
She's hitting it hard.
hit it.
certain.
Hit that sauce, Leah. It's a very patriotic blouse she's
Yeah,
got
it
on
sure
there.
is. Ready for the
Yeah,
this
Memorial Day
Yeah,
or
Memorial Day there.
whatever it is.
Yeah, she passed away in 2005.
No
did.
kidding.
How?
Yeah,
What was her name?
Wendy Jo Sperber.
She's dead. What
Is
else was
that
she in?
that might be a wig there on Wendy Joe? It's pretty bad. Maybe not.
George doesn't care. That sums up their marriage.
Doesn't it? And every marriage,
Yeah,
really.
pretty much. That long. I mean, according to this, they were married almost 30 years, really, at this point.
Right.
Well, here's the irony of that, right? Like, okay, so it's 85, 30 years since they met and had that dance. I mean, Marty's 16 in this movie, right?
Right, but I bet he's not he's the youngest one,
Right.
right? The other ones are older.
The other one's maybe like, it can't be more than like 21, 22. I mean,
Okay, so
definitely-
we'll say so they waited 10 years
10
before
years.
they had a kid.
That's what I was thinking. That's quite a while for the.
This is not a perfect movie anymore.
No.
The timeline's fucked.
The timeline's jacked. That's what always weirded me out. I'm like, wait, it's been 30 years since then, and the kids are like maybe 21 at oldest. There's the
Pepsi free.
Yeah.
That's a rare one. Didn't they bring that back a few years ago?
They may have.
They
They
tried
may
to,
have.
and they didn't fly. Just give me a Pepsi free.
Sports is that the Huey Lewis and the
Oh,
News
yeah,
record?
yeah, damn right
That
it
is
is.
the.
That's the
God damn
poster
it.
for
Look
it.
at that
yeah.
place.
I love it.
Did it say how she died?
Breast cancer.
Breast cancer?
Breast
Yeah.
cancer.
Oh, man.
Man.
Twin Pines Mall.
See, it always confused the shit out of me why it was Lone Pine Mall at the end of the film.
Oh,
for
yeah, no,
like
you got you know
20
now,
fucking
right?
years.
Yeah,
It took you
I
that
never
long to
figured
figure it out?
It took me forever because it's so disconnected from like it's like an hour and 20 minutes between when we get the point here when he goes back in time to the end of the film.
Well, they
I
make
never
sure to,
connected the shit.
They make sure to really like Twin Pines Mall, and they show the sign to you. You know, like you try to like they at least tried to tattoo it in your head.
Yeah.
It took me a while too.
Yeah.
I didn't get it when I was a kid.
At
all.
least I will say that this movie is so much fun in that, like, literally everything
Yeah.
is you're able to go back and piece it together.
Tie it all in. Look, a photo hut in the back. Remember those?
No,
photo huts?
I actually don't.
You remember photo huts?
Not really.
Really?
I mean, I know kind of the name, but
Well, you just drive up and you drop off your film, and it'd be a drive-through film drop-off. And
Oh,
pick
yeah.
you pick it up like an hour later or whatever it is.
now whatever you
Yeah.
like set up for.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah,
At Photo
they,
Hut.
They were big in like
Yeah.
the western suburbs where you grew up in, right? You grew up all. They always grew up in like.
We were in the south
South side.
sorry, yeah.
Southwest.
Southwest. I mean, yeah.
I was
But
in I was in the Northwest.
Yeah, they were bigger in the south and southwestern suburbs than
yeah.
they were up north.
Here is.
We didn't have them in the city at all, though. I remember growing up, we never maybe like one or two, but they weren't really that big.
Is this okay? So we know it's top 5. Is this the most famous movie car?
100%. Yeah,
It's gotta be.
no question.
Just movie
I never
wise.
caught. He just said, "Is that a Devo suit?" Referring to the band.
Really?
They just typed it out as
Interesting.
Devo on the caption, like capital TV. Is that a Devo suit? I'm like, I just got that right now.
Huh.
That's hilarious.
J.C. Penney, another one that's about to be R.I.P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's inevitable. Good boy, Annie. The car. Going back to the car, the documentary I mentioned to you guys before we started filming, Out of Time, on Netflix, about this movie. Fantastic, and the car is a big focus of it.
I gotta watch this.
Highly recommend
I didn't know
this.
that this was a thing.
Highly recommend it. There's a Ghostbusters one on there too, and what about Atari? There's a great documentaries going on Netflix right now, guys.
Netflix is like the documentary, like
awesome.
oasis.
The Christopher Lloyd here was what? Maybe was it about near 50 or no? No,
No.
not even.
It was the same year he did Clue, so I mean, it was probably around 40 some odd years.
Yeah, they aged him for the sake of the character.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's like my dad's age. Yeah, he was only in his 40s then.
This remote control is out
Yeah.
of control.
Oh yeah.
Everyone wanted to have one.
Now I recently saw DeLorean has licensed the name to watches now. They're making watches.
Oh, really?
Strange.
The DeLorean Motor Company has a line of watches that are really cool.
Do they
I
make
haven't-
cars still?
I don't think so.
So they gave up cars and went
Yeah,
to watches.
they had a resurgence a couple years ago, but
Yeah, didn't
in
they?
some places it wasn't street legal to have them because they wouldn't insure. Some
well, the
companies would not
door's
insure
always
them.
been an issue too with these cars. That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
parking these goddamn things. You know, somewhere.
Because you would hit the car
yeah,
next to you.
that was a problem.
Yeah,
You always need to park at the end of the lot. You know.
yeah.
But then the other thing was parts. You know, parts was what
Yeah.
drove him out of business almost, was that it was hard to get parts for this car to fix it and maintain them. Or you could get them, it would cost you a shit
Cost
ton.
you shit done. Yeah. And like I
But
said,
they-
when they brought them back, you couldn't get most companies to insure the damn
But
thing.
they were a solid car. From like, if you read about the DeLorean automobile, it was a solid car.
There's that flux capacitor.
Yeah.
And she gone.
Boom.
What a great visual.
One of the
Yeah.
best
His
shots.
pants are on fire though.
One of the
A
best shots.
little bit of an optical.
He no
lead
sold
through.
that burning leg.
He definitely no sold it. Jesus.
I mean,
And the lights.
what a great
I just love the contrast in the reactions. It's perfect.
yes. How amazing was that shot of the car just disappearing?
Yeah.
I mean, you remember seeing this for the first time and seeing that shot? It was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
It's what we always wanted to do. When in the hell are they?
That's a good line.
That's one of my
It's a great line. He's also got a pocket protector.
Of course he
How
does.
that was like the flagship sign of a nerd, like in all 80s
Right.
sitcoms.
Yeah.
You got a pocket protector, you're instantly a geek.
Do you recognize the blue neon logo there?
Robinsons.
Robinsons. I didn't know anything
It's an
about
LA.
that.
It's an LA chain.
Like they should have shot in front of a Montgomery Ward's or something.
Right. Yeah.
We're shooting here
Oh.
for sure.
A Woolworths.
Or a Farmore. You guys remember Farmore?
I don't.
No.
I
Man.
don't.
That's a classic one too.
I do like that you were able to sneak in your sister again into a plug, so this is now 2 in a row that we've
Did I
had.
mention it? I just said it was what did I say?
No, but earlier when
Oh,
you were
I
talking
know.
about
One.
when you did the tour of the lot.
Oh, I did. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
man. It pays to have a connection in Hollywood.
That's still one of my favorite moments of the last one was when we did a live call in.
Oh, yeah.
on,
We
that
did do a
diner,
live call.
Live texting.
on that diner.
That's right.
So
That's right. We did. That was pretty classic.
we'll have to see if we can work her into this one too.
Yeah. I never got why it was cold. They never explained that. Why it was like ice.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe just a re-entry kind of.
Yeah.
Because it's not ice when he goes back to 55. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's not.
There's
ice
no
when-
ice.
When I think
So,
when he
like-
comes back at the end of the film, I think there is.
I don't think
No.
so. There's no ice.
No, because he... I don't think so.
That was the weird thing about it. Like, where did the ice come from?
I always thought it was maybe something with the plutonium or something. I don't know.
I mean, it'd be the only explanation because every other... No, because he goes off of plutonium to 55.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have a question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. Now it's my turn. Mr. Logic.
Mr. Law.
So, in a few minutes, we all know that Marty's going to go back in time in the same parking lot.
Yeah.
And wind up driving through a field, a tree, a barn, and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did Einstein drive through? And how come he didn't crash the car? In a field or a barn or a tree or a... It's the same goddamn parking lot.
He sent him 1 minute into the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember?
I see. You're
Einstein
right.
went 1 minute into the future. So he was just coming
Yeah.
through the same lot.
Yeah.
This movie takes place on my birthday. That was always my fun part.
November 5th is
No,
your birthday?
October
No.
26th,
Oh, October
85.
26.
That was always
Yeah.
my favorite part about this movie as a kid, that it takes place on my birthday. And that's a mark out moment when you're a kid. You're like, anything happens on your birthday in like a movie or something, it's always a big deal.
It's got a little leathery makeup.
That's the makeup for
prosthetic
sure. And
neck. Yeah.
That's the HD coming
Yeah.
through. I never
Yeah.
got that.
Yeah. Sorry for my brain lapse there. I'm not actually listening or paying attention. But yeah,
my entire
Yeah.
family that's
Yeah.
where he spent his money at because he was like
Yeah.
a rich kid.
Yeah.
Well, there we go, talking about the farmland.
Yeah.
Old man Peabody.
Yeah.
Does that come back later? Is Peabody anybody?
Peabody is
Come
the
in.
he's the guy who
You're
shoots at
about-
the cars.
you're about to see it in 5
He's got the
minutes.
bar.
No. I know that. I just meant, was he...
Oh, the name? No.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know if there was Peabody's something or other back in the...
Let's look. Maybe
Yeah,
there might
but-
be something. Who knows?
Well, Peabody's the guy who owns the farm. he
Yeah.
crashed
Sure.
into. That's about it.
This sucker's nuclear.
Suckers nuclear. I like that it says 24-hour scientific services. At 3 a.m.
You need
bullshit.
scientific services?
At 3 a.m. I need someone to create a nuclear weapon for me or something.
Well, that's what got
That's
him in
what the
trouble.
Libyans were going for.
Libya's still a thing, right? Like, they're still terrorists in Libya?
Well, we kind of got rid of the guy, Gaddafi. So
Oh,
we
that-
kind of
okay.
cooled him down.
Okay.
They've been chilled out a little bit now.
Oh, well, that's good. He's got a beta fish in here? Is that...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait, is that what plutonium looks like?
According to this film, yes.
That's just like Zima or something.
I was going to say, it's like a Voss water or something.
Well, Zima is probably radioactive, I'm sure.
It's clever, whatever they did there.
Yeah.
I mean, altogether, I mean, it's not just great design. It's like it's all functional type of stuff. All the lights, all the little mechanical things.
It's all in
they
that
built
documentary,
into
man.
it. Yeah.
They talk a lot about the car and all the little things about the car, and people who like remade the car now, like to their own spec, and it's nuts.
Trunk in the front.
Have you ever seen one in person?
Yeah, I've seen a few. One drove next to me on 94 a little while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got a pretty
I've
full
seen
scale
a
replica.
few drive by. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've never seen one of like the movie replica cars?
I saw one where they toured it around to a show around here years back.
Okay.
They brought one around. What did they say? They made 7 for the movie, I think. It's in that documentary. They made 7 for the movie. 3 exist from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
People have built full-scale replicas to the
Sure.
T also.
But 3 still exist from production.
3 from production are still around.
There's our friend.
One's
Eric.
down there. One's in Florida, I believe, or one's in L.A. Universal out there in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
One's out there. One is in a museum. It might be. I don't think it's Volo. One of the other.
Yeah,
museums.
we have a car museum here
Yeah.
in suburban Chicago that's pretty famous.
Yeah, but there's 3 out there. I forget. I think somebody owns the other one. Might be Spielberg or Zemeckis. Somebody owns one.
Okay.
Of them. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying our friend Eric Woltman. Yeah, he's
He's a big Back to the Future guy.
Yeah, he's massive. He's met Christopher Lloyd. He went out a couple years ago to Los Angeles. There was a gigantic congregation of fans and there's replica cars and everything. So
I think they show that in the
he's
movie.
done the entire freaking experience with this film over and over again.
What are you? Look at this little gun.
A little revolver.
Oh. Mr. Green in the parking lot.
Professor Plum did it with the revolver in the parking lot.
Uh-oh.
They pumped him.
That's like 98 bullets.
They pumped his guts full of lead.
A lot of GMC love here, right?
Yeah.
Although the Volkswagen bus is...
The Volkswagen bus.
I don't know if Libyan terrorists would really be...
using German cars.
Did they rent a Volkswagen bus? Is that what happened?
I love how he the stereotypical Libyan Arab. He's got the headdress on in freaking Hill Valley, California.
Hill Valley, California.
Central casting. I need 2 Libyan terrorists, please.
Yeah.
A photo hut.
Photo hut, yeah. What a piece of shit gun.
You could probably buy one down the street here, though.
Yeah. Seriously, in this town.
Now, I wonder if they had to get permission from, like, JCPenney or...
It's free
like,
advertising, think about it. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm JCPenney, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I guess
Especially
corporate America is so
Spielberg.
different today.
Now, yeah.
Now it would be, yeah.
Now they would demand the money from JCPenney rather than saying, hey, you just happen to get into the film because we're filming here.
Just CGI out.
Yeah, now they're going to say, hey, you want to be in the background, you're going to have to pay us.
Right.
Well, I'm sure you say, hey, Spielberg's producing a movie. He wants to shoot here. It's like, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean,
back
that's
then it's to go
because this is post Reese's Pieces and everything.
Well, a friend of mine's father owned a store in New York, and it's in the background of Goodfellas at one point.
Huh. Okay.
And they didn't ask him anything. It's straight up in the background. You see the name Joseph's Tailor Shop or whatever it was, clothing store. And they didn't ask him anything. It was like, hey, you just happened to get in the movie, and then it became a little claim to fame for them. Hey, you're in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, they didn't ask him anything. Yeah, so the world's different now.
Oh, yeah.
Now they'd make you pay for that.
Yeah.
That is now JCPenney.
Well, I mean, if I'm John Charles Penny, I'm not going to complain.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, you put my stuff wherever you want.
I like that they do point out how rural California was. Like, even up to, even like in the in the 1950s, there was still a lot of ruralness to California. And it was developed, but not as much as it is now.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, a lot of this back then, where we are right now, would have been pretty much fields everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the town I live in is, I mean, it's a big town, but even 20 years ago, I remember going, driving down a 2-lane road to go to a movie theater that was in the middle of a cornfield, and now that is the biggest retail area of all.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no more corn, and it's like a 6-lane highway, and that's just in the since I saw Twister in 1996.
The alien's talking.
The alien's only 5'1", but it's not very imposing. Is he wearing a Nike shoe?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That ties into Back to the Future 3, that whole Nike, remember that?
Does it?
Knee K, what the hell is that?
Oh, that's right. Oh man, Peabody's not going to be a good shot here.
And there
goes the
There's one pine.
Lone pine.
You space bastard. Twin Pines Ranch.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good. I love that he ran over one of the pines.
Yeah.
And I love that he's got the nuclear symbol on everything. Suddenly it's daylight.
Yeah. I don't know how he's been driving, but it's daylight.
That was probably an accident. He's got a bloody lip there. Did you see that?
No, I didn't catch that. Well, your house doesn't exist.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's basically what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Now it's like a whole entire...
There's an Applebee's there and a Walmart behind and Starbucks on the inside.
Fabulous Lion Estates.
This one never really got why they would just freak the hell out like that. It doesn't make much sense, but
the guy was all nice, like, "Hi, how can I help you?" He's like,
right.
He's all smiling.
He's Mr. Monopoly there.
The missus freaking out. It's like he looks like a normal boy. He's just wearing a suit, like a could be a construction suit on a construction site. God damn it. It's a freaking construction site. It's not that out of the ordinary here, lady.
Well,
he's a highwayman. He's going to rob us or something.
That lady would have been born in 1875.
Probably. She's now dead.
Storyline, right?
Yeah.
Payloaders haven't changed much. Look at those, huh?
Yeah.
2 miles. It's a long 2 miles. There's nothing around there.
Hill Valley. It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never really paid attention to that. Oh, Miller High Life, sure.
Yeah. That logo hasn't changed at all.
No.
50-cent seating. Barbara Stanwyck and Ronald Reagan.
And that was a Triple X theater.
That was a good time because Reagan being president at the time this movie's released.
Right.
Too. Bank of America in the background.
So here we have Mr. Sandman playing in the background.
Oh yes, we were just talking about this in Halloween 2 commentary.
Yeah, Nick and I discussed when you hear the song Mr. Sandman, what do you think of? And a lot of people say Halloween 2.
Yeah.
And we both, at least for me, I think of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I always think of Back to the Future.
I think of Back to the Future as much for Mr. Sandman as I do for The Power of Love. I mean, they're that connected to me because of this. And I don't understand the Halloween 2 connection because, like you said, it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it has no relation to any context of the film whatsoever. Just a random song thrown in there. This has total context. A song of the era to accentuate the time period.
Yeah. Trippy, man. You got to see it. You got to see that clockwork, Marty.
Well, you can see his breath, too. That's a cold morning.
Yeah.
But it is November.
It is November, yeah.
The JCs, the Kiwanis. Re-elect the mayor.
They did such a great job in showing the 50s. It looks like the 50s.
Yeah.
I obviously none of us were alive then, but what you know and have seen, this looks like it.
Other than the 80s, the 50s are my favorite decade.
Same here.
Those are my 2 faves. Yeah. If I could live anywhere, anytime, it would be
100%
the 80s or the 50s.
And I just think it's like there's a lot of films would kind of depict another time period with a lot of mad paintings, but there's not really any mad paintings in this entire film.
None.
They just do it with the
dress the set.
Yeah.
They took the same set and they changed it 30 years.
Yeah, because they built it all clean for the 50s stuff, then they just dirtied it up for the 80s stuff later on in the shoot.
Yeah. Woo, 5 cents. Cheers.
Load up on that.
Bob De Niro is the...
Back up the truck.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Just give me a keg of coffee. Put on tap.
Oh, brown. Scientist. It says right there.
I never caught that.
It says Emmett Brown, scientist.
I wonder if that was a thing back then. It's like prefix Klondike. I think that's just a stupid thing of getting around the 555.
Well,
thing.
no, they always used to have
KL5.
The first 2 numbers that corresponded. There would be other words that were popular.
Okay.
That accentuated whatever the first 2 were that corresponded. So, like Brookstone 2, whatever BR was. Like, you know what I mean? So Klondike was I don't know. It was a thing back then.
Okay.
Back when you didn't have area codes and all that jazz. I basically want to live my life inside a 50s diner.
Yeah,
because KL
is 55.
55,
right?
So that's why I always thought it was, because 555 is the
correct.
default.
And whatever the first 2 digits, the letters that corresponded to those 2, they made a word out of those. That
makes enough sense in the early days of things.
It made it a little easier, I guess. The guy's got 3D glasses on.
Yeah.
I just want to comment, just saying it's such a nice idea that they kind of play it like Marty is like in almost like a dream state of this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
because it's so surreal to him.
I mean, imagine if you saw your dad right now as a teenager.
I mean, even before this, I mean, just like seeing the whole thing is like none of this seems real. It's all got to take some time to kind of sink into him. I love that idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's glossy-eyed. He looks delusional.
Yeah.
I mean, how jarring would it be?
Really jarring.
Yeah.
I mean, let's take the whole family part of it out.
Yeah.
Just showing up in another era.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You know,
you'd freak out.
If I suddenly got transported to Wrigley Field in 1940, you know, it would be like,
what the hell's going on?
Right? I can't even think.
Yeah.
Look at that. This sums it up right here.
Yeah, this is a great shot. And this kind of, because there's the whole Eric Stoltz thing and whatnot. It's like it reminds me because they shot everything exactly the same.
How far did they get?
A couple weeks.
Yeah.
3-4 weeks maybe.
And obviously these were some of the first scenes they did with Stoltz.
Some of the scenes they did with them, and it's like they're all the exact same shots, just with a different actor in the role.
And there's any of that in the documentary?
Well, not in that one. That one focuses more on the fandom and the car and stuff like that.
And it's called Out of Time?
Out of Time.
Okay.
Yeah, like the license plate. Out of Time.
Sure, Out of Time.
Yeah.
But the
that's Goldie Wilson.
But there is on the DVD or on the Blu-ray. There's a nice documentary about all that. Yeah.
Because I've only seen the deleted scenes, but they didn't have any audio next with them. They just showed some of the footage.
There's one really funny deleted scene, which I think was just a gag deleted scene where
look at the Mounds and Almond Joy candy bars.
Oh, jeez.
When that old packaging. Sorry, go ahead.
Marty's dressed like a Spanish gangster, and he shows up to the school. You ever see that deleted scene?
No.
Him and Doc walking like some cholos from like California, and and he's
cholos.
And he walks in the hotel like, "Hey, bitch, what you doing, bitch?" It's a hilarious deleted scene.
Oh boy.
Was it just them being funny?
It was just them goofing around.
Yeah.
But that's on the DVD or the Blu-ray documentary.
I gotta get it. I gotta get the Blu-ray set.
Totally worth it. The featurettes are awesome just because of all the special effects and stuff.
A man after my own heart. Here we go.
He's a peeping Tom. That's what he was doing in the middle of the street.
Just the disgust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing like going back in time, just seeing what your parents really were like at this age. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, they had their moments.
Yeah.
This car is mint. I love.
It's literally mint. The color is mint.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Fuck you. I love it.
It's minty fresh.
God damn it! I like a 57 Chevy Bel Air is like the greatest car of all time. It's like my dream car.
It's awesome.
I don't care what color. I mean, if I could have that, I really would just like to live for a day in 1955.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And then 20 years in 1985 or 89.
A friend of my dad had a pink Cadillac, a 57 pink Cadillac, and I remember him bringing
like Diamond Dallas Page style.
Yeah, he brought over to our house, and he's like, "See if you can find where the gas goes." And we're looking all over the place. There's no, and one of the fins would tip over.
Really?
The gas spout was inside one of the fins. You would tip the fin.
The back fin?
The back fin would open up, and that's where the gas would go. It was nuts.
That's crazy.
It was so cool. I remember it was like, it was trippy as shit. We're like, what?
I remember being a kid and being blown away that you folded down a license plate to get to the gas.
Yeah, that too. That was the other thing. Yeah, this one I remember the fin tilted. It was really cool.
Tilted fin.
It sounds like a bar in the Lincoln Park somewhere. The tilted. Yeah, I'll meet you at the Tilted Fin. Some like college bar.
We should open a bar called the Tilted Fin, and it would be a 50s diner.
And you'd have to open it you'd have to tilt like a fin that let people in and open the door.
Oh, like the front door is a fin.
It's a fin.
Maybe not a bar. Maybe just a 50s diner.
50s diner.
Tilted Fin.
I'm down.
Can we get some backing on this?
Anybody listening?
Go fund me.
Set up a GoFundMe for the Tilted Fin.
I am a loyal supporter of the Calvin Klein brand. I wear Calvin Klein underwear myself. I do feel like my entire life I've owed my likeness, my fandom of Calvin Klein's to the Back to the Future film. When I think of Calvin Klein's, I think of like the bulgy underwear ads that all the famous men do, and then I think of Back to the Future.
Did a girl ever think your name was Calvin?
No, unfortunately.
You saw your underwear?
No.
Calvin, what's wrong with you? Why are you calling me Calvin?
I do like his purple, though. That's a nice lavender color. I like.
It's relaxing.
I like purple.
Kid your age as opposed to what? An adult.
Oh, baby Joey. Such a good line.
Yeah.
Little Jason Hervey there.
Yeah.
Wonder Years.
A little asshole. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He did like a year after this, right? Or
same I haven't year. Seen that in like 30 years.
This is 85.
It
right?
was 85.
That was also 85.
It was also 85. Yeah.
He did the same year.
Some busy guys on this cast in 85.
Yeah.
Well, Jason Hervey's mom was like a big shot at what company was that? Mandalay Entertainment.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's his mom. Yeah, his mom was a big shot at Mandalay.
Yeah,
she was in Hollywood forever, so he always had a connection in.
And 7 years from here, he'd be banging Missy Hyatt.
Yeah. 7 more years after that, him and Eric Bischoff would be rubbing elbows, and now they own a company, a production company.
I'm pretty sure that it was like 7 years after this that they met.
Oh yeah,
because.
No, but then they still started doing business together later.
Well, on. Yeah. I think they're still business partners today.
Yeah.
This, it's a classic.
It's the first time it's ever airing.
Keep your fucking mouth shut, Marty.
Jason Hervey still has that tone of disgust in everything that he says.
Just that asshole face.
You just want to punch him right in the dick.
Do I know your mother? I think you do.
I mean, it's so amazing because, I mean, he was shooting Family Ties at the same time. He was, like, running
I heard he was
from one set to the next, had, like 4 hours of sleep at the best.
Yeah, I heard he was running himself ragged doing
and
both.
he felt like, when he was shooting the thing, he felt like he was a disaster. He didn't feel like he did a good job at all. And it took, like, maybe until the premiere or years later to actually realize what the heck they actually did with the film. And the fact that none of it shows on his face, whatnot, that he was probably dead tired.
But I pumped him full of cocaine or something. Come on, kid, wake up. Hollywood, you know.
Well, she was smoking hot back then, huh?
Yeah, but then she turned into, well, she's going against everything she told him earlier, which is, I never came on to a boy and this and that.
I'm just saying, I don't remember her being that good looking.
No. He's nippy.
She's still good looking today.
I haven't seen her in anything recently.
Because I was as I went to a con about 2 years ago.
That little boy in the
and
background.
she was there with Michael and everything, and she looked fantastic.
Oh yeah.
You saw her and Michael J. Fox in the same con?
Well, they were at a panel and everything.
Oh, okay.
Did you get to meet him?
I didn't get to meet him, no, but I was.
You heard them speak?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were on stage and everything.
What were you going to say about the little boy?
That little boy in the background grew up to be Matthew McConaughey. Just saying. Just kidding.
Oh. I thought you were going to lay some great information on this, you prick.
This is great. This is great.
The Browns.
As quirky as he is in the 80s, he's way off the deep end in the 50s.
This house is unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Something's on fire.
I love that robe. I want that robe, man. It's beautiful.
So you're going to cosplay with this robe.
As 1955
sure.
Doc.
I like it. We get you a blonde wig. You're about the same height.
Yeah.
He's got the pink shirt, the white tie.
How come nobody ever puts on one of these gizmos at a convention?
I'm sure I've seen someone.
Yeah, somebody should go as this Doc.
Yeah.
First appearance of 55 Doc.
There's that early version of the thing there where it looks like a uterus. But, I mean, this head contraption, how come nobody's made this?
Someone should.
And where do you think that ended up after filming?
Probably in the trash. Or
prop warehouse.
People would love to have that right now.
That thing.
Some guys spent time making that, man. Look at that thing.
That thing would go for $500,000 today. It's probably only about $30 worth of junk sewn together.
Some collector would pay for it.
As production design team and the whole prop department, like they should get awards just for that shit, man. Just designing all this stuff, putting it all together.
Comedies, horror movies, sci-fi films. A lot of these have stellar
production design,
scientific things. Editing, lighting, props, special effects.
Yeah,
they don't get any love.
No,
none. Well,
of course, if you went back 30 years and told people Donald Trump is the president of the United States, they'd have the exact same reaction.
The same reaction.
You're insane.
God damn it.
Like the real estate guy? I don't know about that.
Right, the casino guy who failed at buying a USFL team.
He's the president.
Small potatoes.
Give me a break.
That's funny. What year is it? 2018? So that would have put it 1988?
Yeah.
88.
So
that's when part 2 came out.
WrestleMania 4.
He was getting ready to host WrestleMania 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Trump
he was
Plaza.
In the front
row.
The Don in front row, WrestleMania 4. But that was a good WrestleMania, man. That's Savage winning the title.
That darn right, yeah.
With a lot of filler underneath.
A lot of, I mean,
Demolition win the titles.
Yep, absolutely.
We've met them recently.
Arguably, I mean, Trump did host the next year as well. 5 in 1989, I feel is a much better show, but all of the wrestling commentary is coming soon. We're going to go back to watching this now. The flux capacitor.
Yes.
I do like that when he puts a flashlight on it, for some reason it lights up.
He flips a switch on.
Yeah. I'm sure he flipped this. I'm just ever thinking like, why is it lighting up when he puts a flashlight on?
How crazy! Let's think about this from his storyline too. Like, how insane would this be?
Yeah.
Like
flipped out.
Like, imagine yourself as a viewer, like somebody listening to this right now, that somebody knocks on the door right now that you've never met before, and says,
I'm your best friend.
I'm going to know you in 20 years or whatever it is. 30, in this case 30, but
brings you videotape footage of yourself
like
30 years
proof
of
it all.
How did he hook up this video? There's no cable on this TV.
I was wondering the same thing. I mean, even if you use the antenna input, there's nothing that would go from the antenna to the camera that would work.
Yeah, it don't show much of the back of how they wired it up or anything. Yeah,
and they're showing you some AV cables, which had nowhere to go into a TV at that time.
Yeah.
He's still got the milk bones.
There they are.
He's a brand loyalist after 30 years.
1.21 gigawatts.
This is one of the most famous exclamations, I guess, scenes that he had there. Where
what the hell is a gigawatt? Talking to Thomas Edison.
Yeah, and that's the photo from the beginning.
There's the Ben Franklin photo up there.
Yeah.
Yep, there's... Oh, so who are the other two?
Yeah.
The other two go missing.
Well, Albert Einstein on the right.
Is that Beethoven on the left?
Isaac Newton
on the left.
Yeah, that's right.
Beethoven.
All the scientists.
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Crossover with Bill and Ted.
We gotta do Bill and Ted then. Beethoven.
So great.
I mean, it's so good because it's on the back of the flyer, and he uses the flyer, and he's got fringe on his lamps.
Man, the fringe.
So many lamps.
He really did overlamp this room. I mean, I can see he uses lamps in 55 like he uses clocks in 85.
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's it.
Trades in the lamps for the clocks.
Look at all the lamps. You're right.
You don't need a bolt lighting, just
hook
up all the lamps.
All different lights. Look
at
that.
Yeah.
You're right. Wow, that's another one right there.
I mean, there's literally 100 lamps in this room.
That's purposely done here.
I mean, and I guess it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Let's just say how good Christopher Lloyd is, man. He's so fully committed to it. Just knows exactly how over the top to make the character, but still makes him so endearing. You love every second that he's on screen.
Oh, he's always been fantastic.
He's so exuberant with all of it. He loves everything that he's talking about.
The Doc character as a whole is fantastic. You got the best guy to play it.
Oh yeah.
I would argue that the character would be completely different had they cast somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't think of anybody else that would have. I mean, regardless of who they cast, otherwise it would have been a different character. But I feel like other people could have made it good.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Would have had the spark.
Right. Who could they have?
Yeah.
Like if they remade this today.
Oh jeez.
Michael Richards, man. He'd have to be Doc.
Isn't he old?
Yeah. He'd be Doc. He'd be perfect for 1985 Doc. He'd have the young,
but he wouldn't be able to play.
He'd have the young and him up.
Yeah.
Look how nice the school was then.
Yeah. No graffiti.
Oh no.
Ron Woodward. I wonder who that is. Is that playing anything later?
Ron Woodward.
Or senior class president left.
Yeah.
Maybe you were adopted. That would have been a nice twist if that had been the case.
Yeah. He's a plot twist. He's freaking adopted. It's not his fault somebody put that sign on him.
It really isn't.
That's what I used to always think that, watching him. Like, he didn't do anything. How's he a slacker?
Just got a one-word insult for everything. You're just a slacker, no matter what it is.
God, I feel like awful if my dad was like a geek. Like, damn, I had to watch this.
Yeah, it would be pretty rough.
It'd be tough, man.
At least in Marty's defense, that at least George is kind of an exact same character. In the
George
future.
he knows is already a geek.
It's already pretty pathetic as it is.
That's true, right? He already doesn't really respect. Now, I guess I shouldn't say he doesn't respect, but he kind of feels.
Pities him, yeah.
He kind of feels like his dad is a
disappointment.
Right.
You're a complete loser, Dad.
Oh,
it's just
Dreamboat.
It's just so nuts. It's like it's her son.
It's kind of nice how they kind of tucked all of Doc's hair up in up into the hat to make him kind of blend into the scenery more.
This is was there? I'm remembering now. I feel like was there some sort of lawsuit about somebody claiming that this story actually was theirs and it was ripped off and made into this movie?
No,
I don't recall anything like that.
Never heard that.
For whatever reason, I'm just now when he said the mom and the hots for me thing, I feel like there was some story out there about that idea had belonged to somebody else and it was taken from them and turned into this movie.
Rhythmic ceremonial ritual. That's what he called the dance. A rhythmic ceremonial ritual.
Doc doesn't get out much.
No.
Good Argyle sweater there.
This non-registered student is just walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, it's not like today where you have to have a badge and a...
key card and
everything.
a retinal scanner or some shit.
I mean, hell, even 20 years ago when we were in high school, anybody could just walk in.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover is so typecast, I feel like. Has he ever done anything where he wasn't this character?
No.
He always plays some kind of awkward weirdo.
He embraces it now, though. Like, he's become, like, known for that.
He's almost got, like, your beard now. He's got kind of like the Joaquin Phoenix look going or something.
I just kind of feel bad for him. I mean, I don't mean that I feel bad for him because he always plays these dopey characters and whatever. I just feel like he's painted himself in a corner.
Yeah.
By being really good at what he does, you know?
Right.
Like,
right.
Because I mean, the last time because I've seen this in like theatrical re-releases like 3 times and whatnot. Like the last time I saw it, was like I was so transfixed on his performance. He's such a good actor in this film. He just can almost steal the whole show if you're really focusing in on him. It shows he's got so much talent that it's just kind of a shame that he didn't kind of like break out further.
And I feel like part of it is the typecasting.
Yeah.
I mean, between Friday 4, which was actually before this.
Shortly, a year before this.
And then this, where he's essentially the same character.
Yeah. Generally, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, we need a dork. Let's get a hold of Glover.
Yeah. And then you have the problems with the sequels and everything, which is debated back and forth and everything. The last thing I remember seeing was like those Charlie's Angels films.
Yeah.
Where he's playing the weirdo hitman and whatnot.
He did that remake of Ben, right?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like 2003.
What they call that one? I had a name.
Willard. Yeah. Willard. I worked in the movie theater at the time, and I remember we got promotional mouse pads, right? that for Willard, and they looked like a mousetrap.
Of course.
It was awesome.
It
said
cool.
Willard on it. I mean, you know, mouse pad, mousetrap, rat movie. It was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I remember the movie being okay.
Yeah, it's become a cult classic.
Really?
Yeah. It's a big cult following on Willard. There's like meetup groups and all sorts of shit around.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
Willard's got a weird like underground following, man. It did amazing on like DVD with like the cult groups and stuff. And,
that's crazy.
They do like they do like, you know, special screenings.
This is the greatest front porch of all time.
I love
if
it.
I could build a house, it might look like that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Sorry to digress. Oh, he's only got a pair of legs there.
He's down to freaking calves.
This is a great scene.
Another question here: how does he get in to this scene here?
No one locked their doors in the 50s.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a Van. Is that a Van Halen?
Edward Van.
You know that solo album he did?
well, because they made a deal with Eddie that it had to be specifically his name instead of just the band name.
Did Eddie actually do the solo?
I think he did.
So that he got paid by himself and didn't have to share with the other guys?
Use his name in this thing. They did strike a deal with him. And it had to be specifically Edward Van
I tell you
Halen.
what, though. Okay, so 1985, around the time that they're filming this,
David Lee is out.
Right, they've just kicked out Lee Roth. They've brought in Hagar. The band has actually begun to be good for the first time in its history. And
we gotta wait a minute.
Comment section.
We got
comment section time.
A Hagar guy here.
Van Sharon.
Send your hate tweets to @ElginFilmGuy.
We have a Gary Sharon fan here.
Nobody is a Gary Sharon fan. So I can completely understand him wanting to separate himself from all of the legal battles that are going on between that.
It makes sense for the time. The
douchebag royale, David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
What's he drinking here? A Pepsi?
It's a Pepsi, man.
This is a Pepsi movie.
It's a Pepsi movie
is
all the way through.
Very anchored of this movie is Pepsi. I love that line. He's like, "It's a Wonder House." Jesus, George, it's a Wonder House. He goes, "What? Like, I love like the side lines because he's like Dad's a fucking dork.
This man was going to have sex with somebody at least 3 or 4 times.
At least three. Yeah, 3 or 4. I do love throughout the movie's consistency of the door was always the same, and all the different time eras. Where it fit obviously, but
Rocket Goldie.
Goldie's just going. Simple time in America back then, man.
God damn.
Would love to experience it.
I think we need to open the tilted fin.
I love that.
There's a little Jim Carrey there. Is Jim Carrey actually channeling Crispin Glover and everything he did?
I wouldn't doubt it. They look fairly similar, too.
Give me a milk chocolate. Slides down.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely channeled this scene.
Yes. Yeah, Pepsi ad above the door too.
Yeah,
they paid some big bucks.
Pepsi was in that. They were in that whole New Generation campaign at the time. Remember?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Well, right, because they just burned the fuck out of Michael Jackson a little bit ago.
They started having the Miami Vice ads.
They're rebounding, right? Because it was 1985, I believe, that Coke took a shit and did their new Coke gimmick for 79 days. And so Pepsi thought that they had an in and said, you know what, we're going to take over the world. But nope, they didn't. Coke still rules. Thank you. Sorry. I'm a Coca-Cola guy, in case you didn't know. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
I tell you, Tom Wilson's kept busy, man.
Has he? I was going to say, what is he
Biff?
doing?
Yeah. He ended up doing a lot of those Wing Commander video games in the 90s with Mark Hamill and everything.
So a lot of voiceover work?
No, I mean, they're like full motion video games.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, there's like fully filmed stuff. They put the like Sega CDs or stuff like that. He's done that. He's kept himself looking good too. Yeah. So, and apparently he's a sweetheart. All these guys that play these bastards in these films, they're the nicest fucking people on the planet.
Isn't that the great? And all the people that play the baby faces are actually assholes in real life.
Now here's a funny little twist while the sequence is going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen, speaking of heels and faces in movies, the new Karate Kid TV series coming out.
Yeah.
And how now the roles are reversed, where Daniel's like the heel and Johnny's the face in the whole thing, which is hilarious.
It's bizarre.
It's so bizarre, but it looks amazing. But that's a great example of how the roles reverse. But like, it's weird because you watch his movies for like 30 years and you ingrain that Biff is a prick.
Yeah.
I don't care what he's in.
Oh yeah.
He's always gonna be Biff the asshole to me.
Yeah.
Same with like Johnny from freaking
William
Karate
Zabka.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zabka. He's always gonna be a prick.
Well, he played that in every fucking movie anyway. Yeah. He got typecast.
And he was like great. He was like great heel. That was the thing.
I mean, like every 80s freaking coming of age film, if it wasn't James Spader, it was Billy Zabka.
Pretty much. Jeez, the bottles! Like, what a brutal setup here, man.
I wonder how many takes that took.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Shit is a great line. With the manure.
Yeah.
The ice cream cart.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of horse apples falling them on there.
Woo!
Woo! D. Jones.
Nice.
D. Jones.
Who's D. Jones and why is that kid wearing a Christmas sweater? A little Cub Scout outfit there. Were you ever a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout?
Never was.
I had a friend who was.
My dad was in the 50s.
I did Cub Scouts up until whatever, right before like Weeblos or whatever the next level was.
Yeah.
And I quit. I couldn't do it anymore.
I was never.
But I had my third grade class photo, like the year photo. I was in my Cub Scout uniform.
Really?
Yeah.
I regret not being a Cub Scout. I should have. Wasn't big in the city, man. I don't know. It was only like
You've always been a city boy.
I'm born and raised, man. It wasn't a big thing in the city. I mean, some kids did it, but I don't know. Always in like the parks.
There's not a lot of forest preserves out there.
No, and there are. Chicago's got a lot of it.
Yeah.
That's the big thing about it. It's one of the most preserved green cities, in that regard. But it's just, I don't know. Too busy playing basketball. Or watching wrestling. Like I can be a Cub Scout, or I can watch the Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat do this all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the other guys.
Look at he just.
He just said like, I didn't have time to paint it because I had a free afternoon or something. Like he mentioned, he goes, "You did this today?" He's like, "Yeah, I was free or something."
Don't mind the crudity.
You put in the little clock on the tower too.
It's like a milk bottle there.
What's funny is somebody actually did it though for that this one scene.
Again, I mean, just
production
design.
The production team, they probably said, "Okay, guys."
The art department is just on fire in this whole film.
The amount of shit that's in this scene, like in background of his lab.
Oh yeah. The little decorations of every little thing, era specific. You get he's even got the
trees.
Shrubbery.
Oh, wow.
Shrubbery.
The shrubbery.
It's meticulous.
This might even be like the actual like set that they use for like, just for the
layout.
layout.
On the chalkboard in the back, he's got that headpiece.
Thing.
Why has he got a saxophone? He's got a piano inside. He's got a saxophone. He's going to start a jazz band or something.
He's got a past.
I want to see
Emmett and
Emmett
it said
Brown.
Scientist in the phone book. I don't know.
I want to see his
1930s
origins.
Emmett and the Neutrons.
Emmett and the Neutrons. Playing the jazz club in New Orleans in the 30s.
I love the look on his face.
Yeah, right here.
The woof.
He's such a living
that
cartoon.
comical jaw drop.
Oh, you know what? Like, you think they're like foreshadows because like they show that little article in the beginning about that the mansion burned down.
Oh,
he's a little careless. Like, remember when Marty first got there? And there was something on fire. There was already smoke in the room.
Something smoking
He's
around.
a little careless with the fire here.
Probably,
You know, they're like a little foreshadow because like that first shot of that article, Brown Mansion destroyed by fire or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any other little hints of his carelessness.
Pyromania.
Well, all the lamps, maybe that's something. All the lamps in there.
I feel like I remember the house burning down being like part of the story, and maybe
I don't recall. I don't know what it was.
Maybe I'm just remembering from the newspaper article because it's so prominent in the beginning that it's always stuck with me. Maybe not. Does it come up in the second one?
I don't recall.
Well, in part 3, the whole thing begins here in the mansion.
Yeah, it starts in the mansion
because he takes Doc back to the mansion after the faint job.
Yeah,
on the street, and the whole thing starts there.
But they never tell you why. I'm curious. I'll look into that a bit more. But I wonder if anyone's listening who knows any more like that side script that they might have maybe explained it somewhere. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah. Because I think it pretty much kind of fuels into like at this point in time you see he's very lush. He's got this entire mansion. He's got this entire fortune. But by the 80s he's kind of exhausted the fortune.
Well, he says he
just has
all,
his garage left over. It's like the rest of the land's been sold off and everything. So
yeah, well, he said I used last my family fortune.
He exhausted every bit of funds he could possibly milk out of what he had to fund the DeLorean time machine.
See, I always kind of thought that it was an insurance deal from when the house burned down.
That could be too.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's where the money came from.
Yeah, he probably could have.
But they're showing he was.
Done that
seemed like they were pretty wealthy to begin with.
Yeah.
That house.
Yeah.
The insurance was like its settlement, and he used that money for. Basically, I think they're showing he lived off the money for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. That's the idea here.
Yeah.
There's no way that he's carrying that duffel with one hand if it's full of whatever.
Yeah.
That's an empty duffel.
It's got some foam padding in it, and that's about it. Daddy-o. I mean, you can just see this whole thing with all the cast. There's such chemistry, and so everyone gels so well, and everyone bounces everything off so naturally. Like you said,
a good ensemble cast for sure.
If you did have that's why Stoltz didn't fit, because his timing, his comedy didn't fit for what the rest of the cast was.
Yeah, that's true.
And like you said, if you had someone other than Lloyd there, it also would feel off somewhere.
It's funny, interesting because to this day, most of this cast is still pretty close.
Yeah.
Like they do make a lot of appearances together and talk fondly of the movie and stuff. And
oh yeah.
Well, the movie is heralded as like
one of the greatest of all time.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
like this movie is reaching that status of how like they are like our parents' generation or even beyond their generation looks at like movies like Gone with the Wind and Casablanca, like that classic vaulted Hollywood.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. This is reaching that status.
Vaulted Hollywood. Yeah.
I just made that term up. Is that a thing? I just came up with that.
I don't know, but I'm going to go with it.
I'm calling it vaulted Hollywood, like those real like if nuclear war was about to break out.
It's a tent pole.
Yeah. Exactly.
To use a modern business phrase, I mean that like the tent pole is an actual industry term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, there's like Gone with the Wind and Casablanca, like you said, and then along came The Godfather,
right?
And
all like Citizen Kane, like that old classic Hollywood stuff. And then you have the next wave of like The Godfather and Rocky and
Star
Wars, exactly.
Jaws,
Jaws, exactly.
Yeah,
things like that. Then you have this from the next era, right?
Yeah,
you got movies like this, Back to the Future, and Ghostbusters would be in that. Put that in there too from the 80s. So, I mean, every era's got these iconic vaulted Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
But I mean, it's reached that level. To us, this is like an iconic film.
Yeah.
And because you can watch it today and it holds up.
Yeah.
It's funny, even being I mean, this movie's based around the concept of time, but these are timepiece movies, like very distinct 1950s thing, very distinct 1980s thing, but it still to this day transcends and holds up.
It works in any time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I recently watched it with a couple of kids, and they were so into it. I'm talking like kids like 15 and under, and they were still so into this movie. Like they the time didn't make a difference. I mean, I was sitting there pointing out a couple of things like, back in the 80s when I grew up, it was like this,
Isn't it the ultimate compliment to say that this movie that is dated, like literally dated, is timeless?
It's timeless.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Like, it's the ultimate irony and the ultimate compliment.
So here's another little small thing I never got.
Isn't that what it says on the back of the Blu-ray?
I don't know. It doesn't.
It's exactly. What does it say? It's ironic that a movie about time travel is timeless.
What?
It's exactly what it says on the back.
I swear to God, I've never even seen that before.
No, I love that. We missed that. He's like, you have a permit for that? I never caught this until I was an adult.
Yeah. He's
bribing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his permit.
That's stuff.
I never got that until I became an adult. I was like, wait a minute, he's paying him off.
But yeah, it's so nice that, I mean, you see the 1980s stuff, and that feels very natural. The 1980s stuff feels very natural, and that's the time period they were living in when they made it. And the 50s stuff feels just as equal to that.
Oh.
They don't feel like they're over-accentuating things. It just feels like it's a very natural representation of the time period.
I do like that. When I was a kid around this time, too, I was watching Happy Days on reruns and stuff. And, they did, I mean, both shows had that consistency of dress and set and look.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
Look at these cars.
But think about it, too, though. The guys who were in charge of making these movies all grew up in that era, too. They were all from that time.
Yeah, exactly.
So they knew what to go for.
Yeah. And the fact that they just present everything as matter of fact. They don't, have random camera shots to this specific thing or this specific thing.
Which is what they do nowadays,
overdo it in terms of, we have to show all these different decorations. It's just there because it's there.
And it looks more real that way.
Yeah.
And then I come along and pick it out for all you people who might not have ever noticed before.
Yeah.
Lorraine being a drunk.
Look at that. The cough syrup. So wait, is her character? Oh, her character is an alcoholic later on.
That's the idea. That's the foreshadow.
Yeah, it's a back shadow.
Yeah, the back shadow. Yeah. Geez, you smoke too.
Oh, Grandma.
Yeah, the whole Marvin Berry thing. I never caught that until I was an adult either. So cool.
I mean, that's a fun little
that is a fun one.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Now they only showed it once when they first panned the crowd that there's some sort of human male that's like hung from the ceiling who's supposed to be like a swimmer or something.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, it looks like a body like suspended
really?
in the air. And I was gonna call it out, but one of y'all were talking, and I was like, it's too weird even for me.
Is it on the levels of the Wizard of Oz, the Hank?
No, which which is not actually a thing.
Not actually a thing. Yeah, they've gone with that though for a while. People.
Well, when I was a kid, I grew up like calling my friends over. Hey, let's watch the Wizard of Oz. Oh, look, somebody's dead right there. Nope, not true.
No.
Spoiler alert. No, it looked like just a decoration.
Yeah,
like the clams and the starfish.
I actually caught a glimpse of that too.
I was like, is that man swimming or something up there? Why is there just a body hanging from the ceiling? That's pretty good acting.
Yeah.
Hey, this shot has to be good, for that like, shock value. Because
Yeah.
I mean, as the audience, you're shocked. You're like, wait, she's kissing her son. That's kind of weird. Have you done that too?
Oh shit.
He's not that tall.
Well, right, because Michael J. Fox is 4'11", and
he's not that much taller than him. I mean, it's like I thought. I mean, he's shot in such a way that he's gigantic.
Yeah, it's probably about 6 feet tops.
I to this day use that line a ton.
What's that?
Looky what we have here. I use that all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, just here and there. It comes up. Looky what we have here.
I'm not going to ask about context.
That slapdick is still wearing his 3D glasses.
Yeah. Don't worry, Nick. You can use your imagination.
Goons.
The goon. Yeah, they are.
They're goons.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell your story now.
Yeah, I got to bring this up now. Here we go. So let's let the folks hear it. Beat it, spook, this don't concern you. Now, when I'm a kid, I'm not realizing what that means.
It means there's 5 spooks that are going to go after him here in a minute.
I'm thinking, it's just a little. It's like a term, like
just a derogatory.
I thought you meant like, hey, asshole, beat it.
Right.
I didn't realize that it was a racial term in the 50s, and that's what I mean. That was a pretty intense like.
Yeah.
I don't think you can't call somebody a spook in 2018.
No, you can't. I mean, it almost sounds like it's not even that offensive though. It's like it's such a silly term though.
It is really. It's stupid.
Spook. It's like I thought, like, what is he, a ghost? Like, what, I don't get. Never got it as a kid. I didn't get what he was calling him.
That's
and
great.
And they call him Peckerwood.
Yeah, and he calls him Peckerwood. I'm like, no, now I know what the hell he was referring to. I mean, it is the 50s. Things were still going on in places in this country.
Oh, yeah. I have to say, I mean, look at the pacing of this film. It just keeps going. There's no fat in this thing.
Now, here's the funny thing. Biff is nearly raping her at the same.
Yeah.
30 years from now, he's waxing their car, and Biff's just hanging out at the house.
There are people who have an issue with that.
It's like, did you forget that he tried to rape you?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I know he straightened out after George humbled him, but are you still cool with him? Like, hey, how's it going, McFly family?
Yeah.
Right, he was tilting the fin out in the driveway.
Tilting the fin in the driveway, exactly.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Nowadays, you got that little latch in all your trunks. That can't happen anymore.
You're right. There's literally nothing that's wasted in this movie.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And
no filler.
It's very clever how they went about, like, going around the whole...
the plan.
Right.
Marty had.
And they still made it work.
Yeah. And for the better of the character development overall.
I love in part 2. They show the shot from the other angle.
Yeah.
When he's coming out of the other building.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It looks so cool. They were so consistent with that shot. It was great. Like of this punch, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And like he sees himself and the others. It's so great.
Yeah.
Like part 2 is looking at part 1.
Yeah.
I love that.
That really is my favorite aspect.
They covered it so well though. Like the timeline. It's awesome. Like they were so meticulous, making sure that there were no holes that people like could poke in this.
You better get out now, Marty.
We're down to a torso here.
Right, she lost them titties.
Them titties are gone.
I think that's
foreshadowing. Too soon?
Oh no! Gee, I just got boo. Well, there goes the awkward silence. Let's let the band get back to playing here.
Oh. I think that says it right there. Out of bounds, Steve.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Whatever, it's fine.
Well, the monetization on this video just went like a shit.
There we go.
Earth Angel is a great fucking song.
I remember liking this version better than the actual one. I thought theirs was way better.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing the real one later after this movie. I'm like, this sucks. I like the Back to the Future version.
They got better production quality here. Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
I think you're right. I think this is a better version.
It is. Yeah. It sounds much better. It's like, dude, I just went through a bunch of shit, and now you're gonna take her and dance. Give me a break.
Freaking evil Opie here or something.
Yeah, seriously. This is like a little extra tie-in of like how close they were to like ending it all.
Why does he disappear?
Yeah, like
all
fade
at once,
out, right?
All at once, as opposed to parts. Like, shouldn't he lose his head and just be no head? J. Fox. It's a hell of a push.
Here it is. Kiss her, man. He's fading.
She's got baby's breath in her hair.
There you go.
So I bought I bought that photo, the 4x6 on eBay, and it came with a Save the Clock Tower like flyer.
That's awesome.
So I bought it and I framed it and I put it on my table with all like my family's pictures.
Yeah.
And I just see who notices it when they're looking at like my family come over.
That is amazing.
And I had somebody come by and they were looking at just like the family pictures. And it was one of these like they were like, wait a minute, is that the McFlys?
See, you need a lenticular version of it so when you walk by it, they
disappear
and reappear.
Outstanding.
That's the stuff.
I put it up on Instagram one day. It's just like Throwback Thursday or something. Yeah. I just like put that photo up and wrote TBT, and like some people were like, "That's awesome."
It was really fun because I regularly shoot Eric's winter and spring concerts at his school and whatnot, and he actually dressed up in this exact same outfit.
This outfit right here?
Bought this exact same guitar.
Get out of here.
Before Johnny Be Good with his class.
That's pretty awesome.
Second and third graders. I knew exactly what he was doing once he put on the jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You've been waiting 30 years to do this, Eric. I know you have.
That guy's got the same suit on. Do you see that?
It's a stunt double.
This guy on the... Oh, wait, that's not him. They had a shot, and it's somebody who had the exact same coat and tie and shirt.
It's probably a stand-in or something.
Is this J. Fox singing or
no?
Okay,
no, he's not singing at all.
I think who was it singing? I thought they did credit. 'Cause it's not Chuck Berry.
No. It's credited on at the end of the film.
It's somebody. I
thought
somebody with a decent some name. Whoever it is has a good voice.
Right back here. Checking the soundtrack.
Yeah, we're going right to the soundtrack.
Marty Mcfly is sung by Mark Campbell.
Mark Campbell
did he did some stuff for he's done like movie songs. I know that name.
Guitar solo is by Tim May.
And he calls his cousin Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry. And he's doing
there's the Chuck Berry thing. And he does a little
he going overboard.
He does a little Townsend here.
Yeah.
There's a Townsend. And a little Eddie.
Heavy metal wrist player.
So, does J. Fox actually know how to play the guitar?
We had a guy train him for the movie,
Yeah.
like, to hold it right and stuff like that, and pull it off, which he does pretty decently.
Yeah.
I love when he kicks this. Boom.
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
And everybody in the crowd's like...
He's like, what the fuck is this?
How old was he at the time of filming here? 20?
Probably somewhere around that.
He was young. I mean, he wasn't far off the age he was playing, I know.
Yeah.
I love how he looks at the guitar. Like, he looks at... What
like,
the hell just came out of this
How
thing?
did this happen?
What kind of voodoo magic came out of this thing?
Right, with no pedals or anything that actually could make that noise.
Well, Fox was born in 61, so he'd be about 23. So,
Yeah.
shooting 84.
And this was around the time that he discovered he had the Parkinson's, yeah?
No, was it?
I think it was a few years later than that. I think it was
I thought it was like
early
while
90s.
he was filming.
No, he got it like way... I thought he got it mid-90s. Like, when he was doing Spin City.
Well, that's when we started to rear its
Have
head more.
symptoms.
but I
thought
think
he
he got
found-
diagnosed in like the early 90s.
Did he really? I didn't know.
I
So, like,
think so.
around part 3 then?
See,
Part 3 was
I
93.
I thought it was way back here. I mean, I
I
guess...
didn't know
More
that.
research.
All right, we're going to look it up.
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
He seemed okay in part 3, and that was 93.
Well, yeah, and I don't think that it was it was real awful.
Yeah.
Like the symptoms until the 90s. But I was under the impression that he found out like way back here.
He started displaying symptoms in 91 during Doc Hollywood.
Doc
Oh,
Hollywood, yeah. Saw that movie in the theater.
did you really?
And apparently he started heavily drinking after he got diagnosed.
Well, sure.
so-
Who wouldn't?
He was 30 years old. He just got told he had freaking Parkinson's. That sucks.
Yeah.
Glenn Tipton from Judas Priest just
Yeah.
went full blown. Like it's bad to the point where he can't tour anymore.
Well, I think he did a guest spot on like one song on one show.
He did 3 songs like two
Yeah.
nights ago. I saw.
Yeah. He pops in every so often when he's got it under control.
That's tough though. I mean, he's 71. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
he was 30 years old.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
You know, at 30 years old, that's a tough thing to deal with. But he
Yeah.
kept on though, man. I mean, he was.
Yeah, I mean he didn't really slow down, and it's kind of funny when he was doing the Frighteners in like 94, 95, whatnot, because they had the character played by John Astin in the film, who was Judge. There are outtakes where he kept calling him Doc in the film.
Oh, really?
He got so kind of got his wires crossed and whatnot. There's outtakes throughout the entire film where he kept calling the character Doc.
There's my birthday, guys.
Yeah.
135. I
Well,
was sleeping.
Not the year, but
No, not the
2
year.
years later.
I was about to turn. I was turning 4 years old.
4 years old. Okay.
I was sleeping probably. Getting ready to wake up and have a great day of Chuck E. Cheese.
I believe it was Showbiz Pizza at the time.
It sure
Showbiz.
It
was.
was.
It sure was. I should ask my mom. What did we do for my birthday in 1985?
I have a picture of my 4th birthday party.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm sure we got something. I gotta look into that one.
Yeah, well, chances are it wasn't like a Saturday, and so you
No.
didn't celebrate. I mean, maybe.
Maybe we'll find out.
I suppose it's possible that your birthday
Could've
that
been a
year
Saturday.
could have fallen on a day where you
Let's-
actually did something.
Let's take it to the machine here.
All right, asking our friends at Google once more.
In October 1985 calendar. Here it is.
So they certainly portray the date in the film as a Saturday.
Well, guys, I'm happy to report it was a Saturday.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So, chances are you actually had a birthday party
I sure did.
on that day.
That's fun.
So, I believe you now need to have Back to the Future themed birthday parties every
Oh my
single year,
God.
yes?
How have I never done that?
I don't know.
I made 36 years without doing that. That's
You get that life preserver outfit going.
Guys, I think this is the year.
I want to come.
Year 37 is going to be it.
You roll up into DeLorean and say, "Hey, guy."
I think I should do that. A Back to the Future themed birthday party.
Right?
Why not?
Can we get Huey Lewis to play?
Yes.
I'm sure he wouldn't cost much.
I don't know if that's true.
I did see Huey Lewis for free at the Horseshoe Casino. I won tickets off the radio. And he was terrible in concert.
I've always wanted to go.
He was not good. I was very let down.
I love Huey Lewis.
I love him too. I love his music. But the show was not good. I don't know if it was an off night.
Well, my sister and my parents have been to him a couple times. I think they enjoyed it, so
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, I must have had an off night. I mean, I didn't pay anything for the ticket, so I wanted off the radio. That was fun.
Oh yeah, you told me that story before.
I was caller 7.
Figured out what the hell.
I sat down in the car, turned the radio on. They said, caller 7 gets free tickets to Huey Lewis and the News and VIP brunch and seats. And I'm like, what the hell?
Did you notice, and I noticed at the beginning, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, one of his clocks in the opening scene has somebody hanging from the clock.
No.
Yeah.
There's a... Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
almost like a paper mock-up of something on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's like a little character hanging off the clock.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Which is... That's fun.
I was going to point it out at the beginning, and then I thought, maybe I didn't see it right. Maybe I'm not remembering.
I've seen it plenty of times. I've noticed it plenty of times.
You have to see it again.
The beauty of this movie. You just keep it on repeat.
Keep it on repeat. If I have a house big enough where I can just have one room where this movie plays on repeat all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at any given time, Back to the Future is playing.
Right, and you could decorate, you could set dress the room with all clocks.
Clearly, all clock. It'd be the Back to the Future room.
One wall could be like the facade of this clock tower building with the clock up on it.
That would be pretty awesome.
I mean, it would be like, even if it was just drawn on, like that would be awesome.
I put out like an ad on Craigslist looking for an artist. What are you looking to do? I need you to draw the building and clock tower from Back to the Future on a wall. Excuse me, sir? You heard me. You know you heard everything I just said.
There's that look of utter confusion.
The bewilderment.
Yeah.
He's great at it. The character is just chock full of it at all times.
And that wind machine is on point, too, with getting that hair.
Oh, yeah. There's just a little bit of optical composite stuff there with the storm.
Look at that. Yeah, perfect, like, break and spin out there.
Nice slick down straight for it.
Bluebird Motel.
Does that come into play anywhere?
No, I'm trying to, like, note it right now, but I don't think it does.
No.
How crazy is it that this movie has made us question every single, every name, every business,
33 years later, 100 viewings, and we're still doing it.
Kind of interesting thing, and no one ever wears a seatbelt in the DeLorean.
No. Well, it wasn't a thing back then. Like, I remember my parents emphasizing wearing one in the 80s, you know? It wasn't until the 90s that people got serious about it. Or until they started threatening people. You'll get a ticket if you don't wear it. That's when it really worked. Flux capacitor, flux. Now okay, I can tie my sister into this. Here we go. I have a photo of it, too. She produced a commercial where they used one of the replica DeLoreans. Not one of the movie replicas, like it actually, like a replica one. And she produced a commercial where they filmed it in a mall parking lot. It was supposed to be something off like the opening scene. And they had it there, and she was on set, and they had a DeLorean. So she took a picture with that and the flux capacitor fluxing and everything. And it was pretty neat. I was pretty goddamn jealous that she got to do that. Flux capacitor fluxing.
I mean, this entire climax is just absolutely perfect. I mean, every beat of every little bit of timing, all the little editing beats, all the little things that they got going on. There's all this tension between one and the other. It's so nice.
Are they gonna make it? Are they gonna make it?
Well, one of the major things in screenwriting is a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
And having to do something or be somewhere at a certain time is a great tool. I mean, it's simple, but it's a great tool to use to create tension and
Rising
urgency in the story.
Yeah.
Here's a photo of
beautiful
Summer Zuberi once again getting a shout out on the podcast.
He's sitting in the DeLorean.
In the DeLorean
in a parking lot, which I think for the sake of the commercial was the Twin Pines Mall.
We'll maybe we can get Nick to post this photo here on one of his social media so y'all can see it.
Yeah, you gotta get that.
All right, so
she's in an out of time licensed DeLorean. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's what I'm saying. She's got the fun life, guys.
And every little thing here, right?
Yeah, every little thing.
To race against time.
Oh God.
We got a minute to go. I mean, it's thrilling, man. Even right now, I'm still like getting myself caught up.
Is he gonna make it?
Like, I know fuck well he's gonna make it. Time. But I'm still sitting here like, oh man, how did we get there? Come on.
Yeah, again, a film about time uses its time elements so perfectly towards the urgency and the narrative and all this type of stuff going on.
Oh jeez, he's kicking it up.
Capacitor's flexing.
It's flexing.
Cool. Nice.
Zip line. Long before it was fashionable.
Oh yeah. Well, he's
long before Shawn Michaels.
Long before Mania 12. Still a bullshit finish, by the way. I want to throw that in there.
Stop it.
You and I both.
Still a bullshit finish.
Stop. It's fine.
There's no overtime in an Iron Man match. Just putting that out there. And by the way, there hasn't been overtime in an Iron Man match since. That's why it's a bullshit finish. Yes. Anyway, back to the movie. Be sure to tag WWF, tag WWE, and WrestleMania on the tags.
We're gonna tag Bret Hart too.
We're gonna catch some of that algorithm on this video. It's the season.
Yes, it is the season.
It is the season.
All right.
You'll be there shortly.
If anybody has any desire to listen, watch along commentary, the three of us doing WrestleMania 12, put it in the comments.
Yes.
Because
I got a lot to say about that one.
we're down to do it if you're down to listen.
Yes.
We just need to know if you want it.
I have the anthology box set.
I got a lot to say about 12. That'll be fun. That hour-long match will be fun to just sit there and critique. Yeah.
Anyway.
You guys can go take a nap while I do Diesel and Undertaker. I'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. All right, so there it is, 10:04 p.m. Saturday.
In 30 years, they haven't fixed this goddamn clock. No. Is what you're telling me?
No. Yes.
California Raisins, huge in '85.
Man, that was a thing.
It's good old Buck Flower.
Buck Flower? Who's Buck Flower?
This guy, apparently.
Yeah. He's the actor. He shows up in They Live.
Oh,
with Roddy Piper.
Is he really?
I think.
Salvation, Assembly of Christ.
Crazy.
Assembly of Christ.
Statler Toyota, which was a Studebaker's something. That's what it said on that sign on that building in the
See the ice. I told you.
You're right. He's right. All right, we stand corrected. There is ice.
So when you come back, it's ice.
Yeah, I guess so.
When you go to the future, it's ice.
Back to the...
Until you get rid of the plutonium and give us Mr. Fusion. Then it's all better.
That's right. It's goddamn unreliable engine, man.
Well, it's a DeLorean.
Yeah.
This movie didn't do much for the DeLorean.
No, I was saying, it doesn't really do well for the DeLorean's image here. He's breaking down.
Oh, the terrorists are coming in their VW bus through town.
I love that it just leaves the door open on the DeLorean anyway, so...
Libyans.
Just leaves it open. Buck Flower. Clothes Time. I remember that store.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we had them here too.
There's a Ross in the back. Dress for less.
Really? The Ross is around back then?
Yes, that's what...
Lone Pine Mall, guys.
Lone Pine.
I didn't know it was a Ross back then. I thought Ross was a newer chain.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well, I'm 90% certain. I mean, we can't go back and rewind.
I guess here, though, like in the Chicagoland area, it wasn't around in the 80s or anything.
I mean, this is even cool that he sees it from another perspective here.
Pretty awesome, though, yeah.
Do a little time compression here, though. The chase doesn't last nearly as long as it did at the beginning of the film.
No, no way.
But we don't need another 3 minutes of them running around the parking lot. I'm sure Mythbusters could probably tell you, like, you can't really get up to 88 miles per hour in a third of a mile's time.
It is a DeLorean. Oh, the photo hut's gonna get it.
Oh, suck it, Hut.
Suck it, Hut.
Yeah, but see, this time, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew to put on the... right below the turkey neck.
Yeah.
That giant chip clip there on the pocket protector.
That was great. God, you can really see the makeup.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray. I never realized how much of that add-on you're seeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does look bad.
You know, like I mean, on VHS and standard DVD, it wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
No, the VHS old grainy.
Yeah, it looked so natural.
This is so good.
Yeah.
There's never been a time travel movie that ever made sense. And this one
makes sense.
This is the only one.
Yeah.
And this moment I just love because it shows the heart of this film so much between these two characters.
What the hell? I love that. It's like a great
shows,
line.
I mean, just over a course of the week in 1955, how much that relationship between the two characters grew, that Doc was willing to risk something they thought was scientifically risky based on how much Marty cared for him.
They are a great, like, it's a great buddy movie, too.
Yeah.
In a weird way. It doesn't get put in the buddy movie category. But it's a good buddy movie, too. They're
and
really
even the
cool.
look in his eye there is like, there's so much of that between these two guys.
And over 3 movies, though. Think about that.
Yeah.
He's in normal Christopher Lloyd voice in that last scene there.
But yeah, it's nice because now you just get
it makes him more human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brings him back down and just see the heart of the character. Beyond all the eccentricities, he's got a great heart to him.
I will say, I always found it weird that Leah Thompson now, in this scene, doesn't recognize him as being like the guy that she wanted to de-pants 30 years prior. Like,
I mean, then again, it's been 30 years. I don't know.
Yeah, but she seemed to be really in, like, her panties were dripping.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's a good point.
You know what I mean? And it's not like...
you gotta remember what your first crush looks like. I don't know. Then again, like, I vaguely remember, like, girls I was, like, gaga over in high school, and that was, like, 20 years ago. Maybe, I don't know, man.
I'm telling you what, though. Like, there are people...
That's how they justify it. They just say...
they just... I guess. I don't know.
Do you remember your first, girl sat behind you in chemistry?
Yeah, but if I had a daughter right now that grew up to look like Jessica Higgins, I would damn well know.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Jessica if you're listening to this.
Hey,
maybe I'll tag you next time on Facebook when I post it. What is happening here?
He's reading Forbes. I love that he's reading Forbes.
He's wearing a McDonald's outfit before.
Yeah. I always wear a suit to the office. What the fuck?
On a Saturday.
Why the fuck you still living at home? You look like a goddamn executive. He's still living with his parents. What's that all about?
He's going in the office on a Saturday.
Yeah, it is Saturday.
Yeah. And it's weird. It's like, before he went back to the future, he had perfectly black hair, and now he's all gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks 10 years older.
Yeah, that's weird.
Her makeup's terrible.
She's only like a couple years older than him, right?
Yeah.
In real life?
Oh, yeah.
Terrible decor at this house.
Yeah. I swear we had those.
I prefer the cheesy, typical 80s decor.
I'm pretty certain we had those at dining room table chairs. With the mesh
Your family did?
With the mesh backs on them and everything.
Isn't it funny how consistent, like, all that stuff was? Like, we all had something that all of our parents bought,
yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And all our friends' parents bought.
Yeah.
Well, there's Biff, the guy tried to rape you in the car, Lorraine.
Right, and again, you would remember that.
You remember that. That you don't forget.
Yeah.
Adidas.
The Adidas.
And that's like so in now. It's like such a hipster thing that we wear now.
And the strange thing is, like, well, all that stuff also helped Biff because now he's got his own business.
Yeah, exactly. Biff's
You
doing
did
okay.
Biff a favor after all this. After punching him out and
Mr.
humbling him.
McFly.
Actually did him a fucking favor.
Hey, Biff's such a-
Why is he a bumbling idiot, though?
Like he's like a bumbling moron.
Yeah, like, why?
Because he finally had someone stand up to him. It's like, turns him into a humbling jackass. I don't know.
What the heck?
Which ultimately doesn't follow through in
He's a little
kind of
effeminate,
part two.
too.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
I got keys. What am I going to do with keys?
Yeah, keys.
I will say that Claudia Wells had to leave before they did the sequels and whatnot, but I really like her better.
Yeah,
in
than,
this role.
Than
I think
Elizabeth
there's-
Shue was the girl?
Yeah.
She's
think-
way better. Yeah.
I think she's a lot better. I think she has more chemistry with him.
I will not sit here and let y'all disparage the good goddamn name of Elizabeth Shue.
Oh, I love
my
her.
first love.
I do
First
love her.
love? First-
I do love Elizabeth Shue. I just
That's more of a
in
Kelly
the-
Kapowski guy myself. Back then.
I mean, generally in this role, I just think Claudia Wells had better
she had better chemistry
opportunity
with him.
to
In this
have
film,
chemistry.
I agree. I'm not taking anything away
Yeah.
from this girl. I'm just saying that in 1988, if you put on Adventures in Babysitting,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She's.
I mean, it's
Chicago.
You can melt all over her.
Now you know what's great is that this is 3 years before part 2. They kept this opening scene pretty good. Like they set up for it. They were ready
had
to
to
go.
reshoot the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but they did it pretty good. Like they reshot it pretty damn close.
Yeah.
see, he tilted the fin here.
Mr. Fusion is the new Finn.
I'm wondering why he had to dump out the beer and then put
Yeah,
the beer
yeah.
can in.
Well, it runs on aluminum.
But he had to pour the beer into Mr.
Oh, I
Fusion.
see. I
Yeah.
see.
Then the can goes into
I
Mr.
see.
Fusion. He had to separate them out for some reason.
I see. There's a VW bus right there. And okay, so anybody know what the license plate said?
No.
It looked like
Was it out of time?
it looked like a barcode.
Yeah.
I think that is what it is.
Yeah, it's bar.
But
There
I think
you
it
go.
says something.
And it's
Where
so,
we're going, we don't need roads. That's like
Yes.
that's like the most famous line of the whole movie, right?
No.
Awesome.
And it's so amazing that they never intended for a sequel. When
Well,
they did
no,
that.
no. Why would they?
Yeah.
See, back then you didn't make movies in order to
Oh,
make
yeah.
sequels.
But you see at the
Who was
today,
Billy Zane in this movie?
who was Billy Zane?
He was part of Biff's gang.
Billy Zane.
Casey
Yeah.
Siemasko was also
He's one of
he
them.
was in Young Guns. I remember Casey. I guess he was in the gang too. Interesting. Couple of
Yeah.
side characters here.
Yeah.
I don't remember Billy Zane being one of the guys.
Makeup artist Ken Chase there didn't expect there to be Blu-ray 30 years
Right,
later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dangerous Bob Wyden. Look at
Dangerous Danny Davis.
set designer. There you go. Those people. They're the
There you
A
go.
plus here.
There you go.
That's the people.
Round of
How did
applause.
this movie not get nominated for production design in an
Seriously.
Oscar?
I don't know. Did
I
it
don't
nominate
know.
for anything back then?
I don't think so. But
How did it
So-
not?
I
That's
would
the
I would say
mind-boggling.
that either original screenplay or, in my opinion, production design, set
Absolutely.
decoration.
And the
Special-
score too.
score,
Score's
special
fantastic.
effects.
Sure.
There's a
but,
lot this movie should have.
But I feel like production design is really just above
yeah,
reproach here.
100%.
It won for best sound effects editing.
It won an Oscar?
Yeah.
Sound effects editing.
Sound
Nominated
effects
for
editing, no.
best screenplay.
Okay, thank you.
Nominated for best sound. Nominated for best original song. That's
For
it
Back in Time.
Power of Love.
Oh, for Power of Love.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And that's it from the Oscars.
Nothing on set, huh?
Nothing.
On set. Wow, that's surprising.
Golden Globes, if anyone gives a crap.
That's something. What I get?
Nominated for best comedy or musical.
Really, Best Picture comedy. That's pretty good.
They nominated Michael J. Fox. Nominated for the screenplay. Also Power of Love, and that's it.
Wow.
But of course, the Golden Globes doesn't offer technical awards.
Well, it
Right,
doesn't.
right.
Mark McClure, Wendy Jo Sperber.
Yeah.
Was she in anything else when you looked at her page?
I didn't check. Mark McClure, he was Jimmy Olsen in Chris Reeve's Superman films.
There's Jason Hervey.
Milton Baines.
Smug little asshole.
Buck Flower.
Buck Flower, there he is.
The
guy. Oh, here's the Starlighters and
the Pinheads. With the Pinheads.
That's Marty's band.
Yeah.
I was hoping that there'd be somebody in there that we knew, you know?
Yeah.
Power of Love, 100 times better than Back in Time.
Yeah.
Oh,
in my
100%.
opinion.
No question.
Produced by Phil Collins. Interesting.
Look. Wow. Lindsey Buckingham's on this?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that either.
That's the song playing on the radio when Doc calls up Marty when he's sleeping at the beginning of the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Performed by Marvin Berry and the Starlighters.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, Pledging My Love, performed by Johnny Ace.
Johnny? Whoa. Not that Johnny
Not
Ace.
that Johnny Ace.
Johnny. People power.
Oh, available on records and cassette. Excellent. If anybody has a picture or owns the cassette soundtrack, please take a photo and post it to one of our social media. We'd love to see the cassette soundtrack to Back to the Future.
Yes.
Or the record, really, for that matter. I mean,
vinyl, yes.
If somebody has the vinyl, slide into my DMs. I might want to buy it from you.
There you go.
I'm kind of a vinyl guy. I don't know if you knew that.
Kind of. Do you have a secondary account, Elton Vinyl Guy?
No, but I might tomorrow.
Amblin Entertainment.
Amblin, that's it.
E.T. makes a cameo in this movie.
Yep.
Well, that's it, folks.
In stereo.
In stereo.
This is good stuff.
Good. So we'll be back with you guys in a few months for part 2.
Keep it going. Part 2's next.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be good times. Thanks for listening. Please comment, like, subscribe.
Enjoy.
Yes. We didn't do a poll. We need to get back into the poll.
Yes.
But, whatever. We'll come up with a poll for part 2.
Hashtag a poll somewhere.
There you go.
But anyway, guys, thanks always for listening, and see you around soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.